Well, not a lot going on today. The guy that had the John Deere, seems like I've had this thing forever. I guess, maybe I'm coming up on 3 or 4 weeks. But he called yesterday, said he was going to be down tomorrow, or well, he's actually going to be down tonight. And asked me to drop it off tomorrow. So, get that out of here. Get some money on this one. He wanted it last Friday. This is Tuesday. So he wanted it last Friday. He said that he was going to be down Friday. Well, I called him. Well, I messaged him at 6:30 at night and said, I haven't heard from you. Are you going to be down? He said, no, unfortunately not. So it's frustrating. I've said that before. I mean, I don't mind working with people, but I shouldn't have to remind them that I'm working with them. And I ask AI, what is people's problem? Oh, they get busy with their lives and they forget about their lawnmower. But I just don't even know. I mean, this is a stupid excuse. That is just stupid. Maybe I over worry about things, but I feel like my word is the most important thing I've got. And when I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I by sure try my absolute hardest to do it. I remember one time I agreed to help somebody do something, and they said they would do things, they would help, and I would come over and help, and it was supposed to be a mutual thing, and ended up I got over there and I was doing all of it by myself. And they didn't do what they agreed to do. So I said, I told myself, I'm just not doing this anymore. The agreement's over. I held my end of the bargain. They didn't. So why should I continue? Well, would you know it? They went around telling everybody how I couldn't be trusted. He said he was going to do this, and he stopped right in the middle of the project. I was supposed to build a counter in their house, help them build a counter. And, excuse me. But they didn't agree. They didn't do their part of the agreement. I was just blown away. So, I don't understand not keeping your word. I'm supposed to understand it. Society says I'm supposed to get it, that everybody does it, it's okay, you just accept it. Then okay, if I'm supposed to just accept it, then why do doctors make appointments and then they charge you if you don't show up, and it's a big hassle. It's a problem, and you're ruining people's livelihoods. Oh, you put these away. I'm not sure how these got out. It's like this John Deere. They said they'd be here Saturday, and I said, okay, what time? They never gave a time. And about 9:30, 10 o'clock, they messaged, says, oh, we can't make it today. We'll be by Monday. And I said, okay, what time? And so on Monday, at about 9:30, they said that they would be here in between 10:30 and 11. So they got here right at 11:01. No kidding, 11:01. Couldn't even make it on time. I know I'm being picky about 11:01, but it is frustrating. So I don't understand it. I just do not understand why people can't keep their word. Everything is more important than their word. The thing is if I said, like that John Deere, he wanted to know what time I was going to be there. I said in between 10:30 and 11:30, 10:30 to 11:30. And I do that in case something goes wrong, like I can't get it loaded, or I run into a problem, or I get lost. He says, well, then I'll expect you here at 11. Okay, well, I expected you to be here last Friday. So their time is important. My time isn't. Oh, it's so aggravating. So this one it's starting to become a frustration. I'm really getting upset with this. It might have been my fault, so I'm testing it. So I had this since Saturday. I originally worked on it, got it fixed, new carburetor, was not leaking, gave it back to them. They paid. They brought it back 5 days later, leaking gas again. So I couldn't get it to leak, but I went ahead and adjusted the float and made sure that it was venting correctly. What else did I do? Oh, changed the oil, got the gas out of the cylinder. So yesterday I parked it up on the hill with it slightly down angled towards the front end, just to see if it would leak while, you know, out in the sun while she was coming to pick it up. She was supposed to pick it up yesterday. There's another one. And she never showed up. So at 6:30, she says, oh, I forgot it was Monday. I'll pick it up tomorrow. So I said, okay. So I moved it back down here, and I put it on an incline just like I had it all day yesterday. Just a little bit of an incline. Woke up this morning, I went to pull the rope to see, make sure it pulled, because that's how I've been checking to make sure the cylinder wasn't full of gas. And it was locked up. So I took spark plug out, gas just filled it right back up. After that entire weekend of nothing, it filled up. So I guess it's because we're on level. So this time what I've done is I've got everything, you know, hooked up. The gas is still hooked up, it's on, but I've pulled it away from the crank. That way if it leaks, it can't go down into the cylinder or into the oil. It'll just leak right onto the paper. But I'm going to keep it for a week. I'm going to keep it out here in the sun. I'm going to keep it for a week. See if anything happens. Because, you know, like I said, yesterday was Tuesday. So Tuesday night, no, yesterday was Monday. So Monday night, it leaked. But I did Google this particular model, and you can't have it any more than a 2-degree incline while off. If you're going to have it off, you got to have the shutoff valve off. Otherwise, it will leak. So that could have been it. I don't know what 2% incline is, or 2-degree incline, but that seems pretty small to me. So the pump came in on this. Oop. Sorry for the interruptions. Somebody brought in their wand for the their pressure washer. You know, I didn't need it, but I told them if they wanted me to test it after I got it fixed, then I'd need it. So they brought it out, and I think I showed you this yesterday. There's supposed to be a shutoff valve here. Well, it fell off. The problem is there's a shutoff here. It's not working correctly now. That valve is supposed to click down. There it went. So got the hose for that now, or the wand. And this one, which I might be able to test now, but never mind. You know, it's everything. The timing has been terrible today. I put a pump on this. So this is an expensive pump. It's $200. This is an aftermarket pump. The OEM was $650. They left it out over the winter and it froze it up. So put a new pump on. It was real easy. The problem is this is an American pump, and it's a Chinese pressure washer. It's an expensive pressure washer, $1,100. So when I got the bolts put in, it was standard bolts, but yeah, that's what it was, standard bolts, but the machine is metric. So I used the old bolts. Thought that's easy, I'll just put in the old bolts, but they were too short. This meat here is a little bit thicker than the old pump, so I had to go get new bolts. So that tied me up. I wanted to get this thing done before the heat of the day. And I came out here at 6:30 in the morning to work on it. So I went in town, into the hardware store, and got bolts. Figured while we're out, go ahead and go to Dollar General and get us some cottage cheese for tonight's snack. And then I got back, you know, it's getting to be 9 o'clock or so. So got the bolts put in. I mean, the pump was on. It's not hard to put on. Just 4 bolts, slides off, put the new one on, 4 bolts in, and you torque them to 200 inch-pounds. This one's got an oil sight glass. The other one didn't have a sight glass, the OEM. So this is a cheaper model and has a sight glass for the oil. So I started up the generator so I could run the well pump, and I went to test this. And it ran for a second, you know, it sprayed for a second, really good, and then it just stopped. So it took me a few minutes to realize the wand was bad. Obviously, if the pump was left out, the wand was left out too. So it froze. I tried to see if I could fix it, but I couldn't. But I made it worse than it was. This was not quite as bad when I originally looked at it, but this was split open. You can see it's really split open now, but that's because I was trying to get it opened up. But regardless, it was working okay, but then I guess when I sprayed it, it broke it because there was just too much pressure on already a weak system. So I had to order a new one of these. That was $40. And then she wants me to deliver it. So I just hope I get this one that's leaking fixed. I am tired of dealing with this one. So I messaged her, I should say that. I messaged her first thing this morning when I found out. Probably 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I messaged her to let her know it's not ready for pickup. So I was kind of glad that in this particular case she canceled. I really think it was because it was on a hill, but this gives me more time to test it just to make sure. I didn't realize 2 degrees. That's not much at all. So got to leave it on a flat spot. 2 degrees. I mean, that's not even worth power equipment. At that point, it's just like, well, it's like China. It's like, you know, fragile China. Oh, this guy. You know, this was not bad. And the thing is I normally don't do things like this, but he brought it over and said, hey, can you get me a new air cover housing for it? And he's a good customer. He's brought me a machine just like this one. And he wanted me to do a new hood and service it. And I mean, it was all kinds of stuff that he wanted me to do to it. So, I mean, he's been a good customer. He brought me his zero turn. Had to get that fixed. I don't know. What else was there? Chainsaw probably. There was a pole saw. And just odds and ends. Maybe a leaf blower. But I've had this forever. A couple months maybe. I've messaged him several times and he'll say, okay, I'll pick it up on Saturday. Last Saturday, he waited till the end of the day and he says, oh, I forgot about you. Well, I'd already scheduled a pickup. We went out to pick something up because it was late Saturday. Figured, well, nobody's coming in, and so I had to cancel. You know, I had to tell him no. And then last Saturday, he posted on Facebook that he went out riding his ATV, and so he didn't pick it up last week. But that thing was $30 for that cover. So, you know, I'd like to get my money back. And you can't sell that. I mean, what are you going to do with it? It's just $30. I don't know. So even good customers turn bad. It's like good subscribers sometimes turn bad. You know, when they want your attention, they want you to, you know, highlight how great of a subscriber they are, and you don't, then they get mad and turn on you. So I guess I'll jump off here. So if you'll click this up next box, take the video over to my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you, keep your word so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.